I am Marie Meraji, PhD student from Inata University of Constantine I. I'm going to present a work entitled Assessments of some probiotic and technologic features of a Fructobacillus fructosus coded A21 isolated from Algerian honey. Starting by introducing and defining the purpose of this work. Selection of new probiotics from unconventional sources had been encouraged over the past decades. Thus, potentially beneficial bacteria were progressively isolated from numerous non-dairy sources, including beef products. A21 is a strain isolated from honey collected from an apiary in eastern Algeria, was previously identified phenotypically and by 16S gene sequencing as Fructobacillus fructosus, which belong to fructophilic lactic acid bacteria, a subgroup of lactic acid bacteria notably recognized for their safe status. It had never been used commercially as a dietary supplement or in functional foods. These facts together suggest its possible safe use as human probiotic. For that, A21 was evaluated for several interesting technologic and probiotic features. For the technologic ones, protease, lipase, and exopolysaccharides production was evaluated qualitatively in their conventional media. Probiotic traits were investigated by estimating the survival rate during gastrointestinal transit in both simulated acidic gastric juice containing pepsin and alkaline simulated intestinal juice with pancreatine and bile salt. The viability cell population was determined using the spread plate method. Also, by susceptibility versus 12 antibiotics used in therapy of common infections by disc diffusion method. And finally, the safety of the isolates were verified qualitatively by biogenic amine production by color change of agar containing each amino acid precursor. As a result, regarding proteolytic and lipolytic activities, either casein or lipid were digested. Exopolysaccharide production was detected on amaranth agar supplemented with 15% sucrose by forming large colonies with mucoid phenotype. Viability simulated gastric conditions did not produce relevant change in counts for strain A21. Viability changed only slightly after 90 minutes with the rates of 99% at pH 3 and 76% at pH 2. However, a decrease of 2.4 logs were detected after 2 hours in simulated intestinal juice. The studied strain was susceptible to 7 from 12 antibiotic tested and proved semi-resistance to 1. Otherwise, it was resistant to 4 that are trimethoprim, oxacillin, vancomycin, and nalidixic acid. The resistance for the last 3 ones is known as intrinsic. Finally, cadaverine histamine generation by generated decarboxylation and histamine histidine, respectively, which are among the most common biogenic amines products were not used. For many years, fermented dairy products were considered as the main source for the isolation and incorporation of probiotic bacteria. But to avoid the consumption of dairy in lactose intolerant and casein allergic individuals, the use of unconventional sources is likely to increase. As colonizing fructose-rich niches, among the interesting features of FLAB that their ability to metabolize fructose could ameliorate fructose-mediated irritable bowel syndrome by lowering the fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols cut-off level in fruit, vegetables, and cereals, which made the selection process of new potential probiotic strains should focus primarily on their safety, functional properties, and beneficial effects on the health of the hosts, rather than on their origins. From this, we can conclude that this was the first report of the presence of fructophilic lactic acid bacteria in Algerian fresh honey. Also to date, Fructobacillus fructosus is the only Fructobacillus species isolated from HIV products that are traditionally part of the human diet. The tested strain in our study showed a number of positive features that match with those required for probiotic bacteria. This work provides evidence on the opportunity to exploit honey as relatively unexplored sources for the isolation of novel lactic acid bacteria strains for potential use as probiotic in humans. Thank you for your attention.